Hello everyone, this is Group 5, and in this short presentation, we're going to highlight all the vulnerabilities that we found in our app, how we fixed them, and the lesson that we learned. So let's get started. We used OWAP's Zap tool to find vulnerabilities in our app. Our app was deployed at the agencymohawk.herokuapp.com URL. After doing the penetration testing, we found around 2 medium risk and 8 low risks. We are targeting 1 medium and 2 low risk. I'm going to talk about the X-frame option. Julian is going to talk about X content type, and Sebastian about XSS protection. Now let's dive into the X-frame option. So what's the X-frame option? It's a response header which is used by the server to tell the browser to whether allow the URL being requested to be used inside an iframe or a frame object. In the figure 3, we can see that I request to the website facebook.com, and I can see the X-frame option has been denied. So not setting X-frame option can lead to clickjacking. Clickjacking is a malicious technique of tricking a user into clicking on something different from what they perceive, thus causing potential drawbacks. In figure 4, we can see that there has been something displayed to the none. When we change the CSS property to the block, we can see that there is yellow button. So whoever clicks on the tweet button is also clicking on the yellow button. So I'm fixing this vulnerability by setting the header file as xframe options as deny in the hooks PHP, which basically says that every PHP file that is being requested, set the xframe option as deny.
Hello, my name is Julian and I'm going to explain the X content type option no sniff. The HTTP header X content type option is a marker used by the server. In other words, is a way to say that the webmaster knew what they were doing. This header was introduced by Microsoft in IE8. Since then, other browsers have introduced it, even if their MIME sniffing algorithms were less aggressive. MIME sniffing vulnerability can occur when a website allows users to upload data to the web server. The vulnerability comes into play when an attacker disguises an HTML file as a different file type, such as GPA, subfile, and etc. Doing so will allow the attacker to successfully upload the file to the web server, assuming the web server accepts GPAs. Consequently, the browser will render it as an HTML file, therefore providing the attacker with the possibility to execute an XSS. Finally, the next step is the solution of this vulnerability. What I did to solve this vulnerability was to implement the header X content no sniffing in all the PHP files, which basically conveys that to disable MIME type or MIME type sniffing in the request file. Making use of this header means that we are ensured is sending the appropriate MIME information. This is important as the browser will no longer analyze the file.
For the risk that I found on the website, I chose the cross-scripting protection. The cross-scripting protection HTTP header is designed to defend web applications against cross-scripting attacks. The application server sets this header in the application browser with proper values to disable the protection or sanitize or block the attack completely. A cross-scripting attack. There are 3 types of cross-scripting attacks. One could be reflected, store, or doom. Reflected, which is just reflecting the script on the website. Store, which directly saves the script, the malicious script to the database, and then reflects the changes into the database. In order to fix the error that I had on my side of the application, I chose to enable the header on the hooks.php, which just implements the header and blocks any attack that comes from cross-scripting scripts.
So after applying the changes, we retested the app and we saw only 3 low risk. We reduced the risk by 70%. But what are the remaining risks? So as we are talking in the presentation, we set the header for the PHP file, not for other files such as JSS and CSS. But in the figure D, we try to put the files match code in the htaccess file and try to set the content header. But it didn't work. While in this whole journey, not only we learned about the app vulnerabilities, but also how the group work can increase the output of an activity when compared to an individual.